If you had told me 6 years ago that I would one day own LadyBoss, I would have laughed. Because here's the truth. When Kaitlyn and Brandon stepped away and decided to close the company down in 2022, I thought I was about to lose everything. My husband had already quit his job because we had plans to move to Texas. Our home was already rented out. We had no savings, and we were about to be living in a camper, a family of 4. I was so scared. But in that moment, I surrendered. I gave it all to God. And that's when everything changed.
Hey, LadyBoss. Welcome to LadyBoss Unplugged, the podcast where real women have real conversations about crushing their goals, building unstoppable confidence, and creating lives they absolutely love. Hi, I'm Kaitlyn Talamonte, CEO and owner of LadyBoss, wife, mom of 2 boys, and your biggest cheerleader.
Do you remember when mommy looked like that?
Way not similar.
Each week, we'll dive into stories, strategies, and straight up motivation to help you show up as the best version of you. Because let's be honest, you are made for more. So whether you're driving the kids to practice, hitting the treadmill, or just taking a moment for yourself, get ready to laugh, learn, and leave inspired.
LadyBoss gives you the tools to not only hit your weight loss or your health and fitness goals, but to believe in yourself.
This is LadyBoss Unplugged, where women like you rise, thrive, and shine.
In 2022, I had completely lost all stability. For me, prior to 2022, I was a planner. I had to be in control of all things, and I had it all planned out. My family and I, we were moving to Texas. My husband was going to quit his job and was going to find something. We were moving into a camper. Figured we'd find a house once we got down here. And then I hopped on a company Zoom call and found out that Kaitlyn and Brandon had made the hard decision of closing the LadyBoss doors. So I was losing my job. At that point, our future, my family's future, my future was so unclear. It was scary. As someone who had always had a plan and been in control and knew was going to try to be as proactive as I could, there was nothing I could do. I was going to be out of a job. My husband was already out of a job. We were already out of a house. We had no savings. We were too far into our move to back up, to reverse anything. And it was in that moment that I knew I had to try something different, something I hadn't fully ever tried before. I gave up control. I surrendered to faith. I gave it all to God and I said, Lord, I know you have a plan. I know you have a purpose. I give it all to you. And so my family and I, we hopped in our camper and we hauled our stuff to Texas and we lived in our amazing friend's front yard. And I gave it all to God. During that time, there was a lot of chaos with a closed down sale and possibility of LadyBoss being acquired. And thank the Lord Jesus, Russell Brunson stepped in and saved the day because there was a solid couple months where I didn't know what I was going to do next and how we were going to feed our family and support ourselves and all the things. And keep in mind, we still had our mortgage at home. Hopefully, that's, scary. He brought on some LadyBoss employees to continue to run the LadyBoss brand. And I was so thankful that I was one of them. And it gave me an opportunity to advance in my career and continuing to pursue what I love to do with a company that had already personally transformed my life. And Russell owned it for 2 years, 3 years, 3 years? Can't believe it's been that long. And over the last 3 years, my faith has just grown. the Lord has had me on an amazing whirlwind of a path. And over the last 3 years, I have dove more and more to the purpose he has for me. And I knew there was a big plan. I knew there was a purpose. I knew I was being called somewhere, but I didn't know what that looked like at all. I knew what I love to do. I know that I love to work on mindset. I love to coach people through their struggles, through their hard times, help them build belief, specifically women. Because I was able to have a transformation in my life that blows me away every day. And I know every single woman is capable of that. And I knew that that was my calling, that I am being called to share my transformation, share my journey, share my tools, my tricks and tips with women out there so that every single woman I get to interact with can step into their power. I knew that, but I didn't know what that looked like at all. And then the end of 2024 came, and Russell and I are talking, and he tells me how he's busy, which he is a busy man. He is. And he starts talking about having someone else, a woman, be acquiring LadyBoss. He knew that LadyBoss needed to be led by a woman. That's who we're talking to. That's what our mission is. He was too busy to spend time. He was too busy in other career ventures and whatnot. And he knew LadyBoss needed to have dedicated women to lead this movement. And I thought, maybe I could do it. Maybe it could be me. And I kind of shot myself down, ladies. Like, honestly, I thought about it and I was like, I don't know about that. I don't know. And I toyed with it for maybe 5 days, a week, 7 days. And I kept thinking, what about me? Could it be me? Could I do this? And I brought up the conversation with my husband that I had with Russell. And my husband tells me, why don't you buy it? I was like, what? Why would you say that? He's like, well, you love what you do. You've had your own transformation. You want to build up women. You want to help build women's belief in themselves. Why don't you buy it? And it was right then and there that I saw God's plan a little more clear, because I had thought about it, but I hadn't said it out loud to anyone, because I thought, no way would he sell it. Would I be able to acquire it? No way would this be an opportunity. No way I'm qualified. But that was fear stepping in. That was imposter syndrome stepping in. And I know that. And when my husband said those words, why don't you buy it? I saw the plan unfolding. I saw my purpose. And so I threw my hat in the ring. I reached out to Russell and I said, hey, any chance you might be interested in allowing me to acquire LadyBoss? And it unfolded slowly but surely. When I took that step, when I made that leap, everything just started to make more sense. It started to align and connect. And I was like, I hear you, Lord. I hear you. He had been preparing me for years and years and years and years to be able to step up and lead LadyBoss. But I didn't know what the plan was. I didn't know what the purpose was. And going back to 2022, when I surrendered, that was the first major step in letting him really take the wheel. And I tell you what, the fears and the excitement, but the ultimate trust in his plan, it's been incredible. I never, ever in a million years what I think I get to sit here with you ladies, talking to you on the Lady Boss Unplugged podcast about how I went from a customer of Lady Boss to an employee to the owner. Never. You could have never told me 6 years ago that this would be a thing. No. This journey has taught me a lot. It has taught me tons. The biggest one is to release the wheel and give it all to him. To not live in fear. Don't let my comfort zone keep me stuck. I have to keep pushing forward because I want to live my best life. I want to live in the purpose that I was created for. And I want to impact and inspire and motivate women all across the world. I want to help women find their power. Because as women, we are amazing. We are capable. We are strong. We are unstoppable. But we don't always believe it. And I want to help women find that spark in themselves. Find the you that is dying to get out. And I get to do that now. Lady Boss is that vehicle where we get to help women transform their life. Yes, they hit their weight loss goals and they transform their body. But for me, my passion is to transform your mindset and your mind. Because that success leads to your weight loss, to your health, to your finances, to your career, to your relationships. It overflows to every aspect of your life. There's no stopping you. Again, I never thought that owning Lady Boss would be like, that was a figment of the imagination. Okay, ladies? Massive, God-sized, scary, hairy, audacious dream right there. And I had to step into the purpose I was created for in order to step into that, if that makes sense. To step into that vision. But even deeper than that, I know my purpose is to help women around the world find the you inside of you. Find that woman who is dying to get out, who is able to show up as her best self for herself, for her family, for her kids, for her spouse, for her friends, who can achieve anything like owning a business or stepping on stage or whatever it is you dream of. You can do it. You just got to believe. And that is my passion. Lady Boss has some big, exciting things in the future planned. I just know it. Lady Boss isn't just a company. It is a movement where women get to find themselves and be themselves. Be their biggest, unstoppable selves. I went from being a customer. I was a Lady Boss customer looking to lose weight. No idea the transformation I would have. Then an employee, and then the CEO. I get to own this company. That changed my life. And if there's one thing that I've learned, it's that when God calls you to do something bigger, do not let fear hold you back. It's just the beginning. And I cannot wait to share what's coming next with Lady Boss. So I hope you stay on this journey with me because I promise you, ladies, it's going to be incredible. Incredible. If you enjoyed this episode of Lady Boss Unplugged, reach out and DM me. I would love to hear your feedback. Follow, like, subscribe. We post new episodes every Tuesday that help with motivation, helps with your state, your shape, your sparkle, your success. Hear from other lady bosses like yourself and hear about their transformations. We have guest speakers, so much goodness heading your way. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I hope you ladies have an amazing, amazing day. Bye.